Lizzo said fat shaming her is making her hate the world. I think people who complain on Twitter are some of the weirdest people on the planet, but especially like
Mhm.
who just fat shame Lizzo all day. But I think it's I think in her perspective she needs to fix some things, but also I'm kind of on her side on this one, which is it's a rare occurrence.
You know what makes me hate the world?
What?
Fatties. Especially the ones who make a gazillion dollars for being fat and then find a way to make that negative. It's like, why are you complaining? But I think here's why I'm mad at Lizzo. And it's not because she's fat, like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, however you want to live your life, I don't care, right? Here's why I'm mad at Lizzo is because she was in the episode of The Mandalorian, and I'm a big Star Wars guy. I really am. And like I grew up watching Star Wars. I've seen Revenge of the Sith about 40,000 times, okay?
Okay.
And I saw Lizzo come in on The Mandalorian, and not only is she like, she takes up the entire screen, right? But she's standing next to Jack Black, who's like a seasoned actor. You know what I mean? Like say what you want about Jack Black. I love the guy. I think he's awesome. He's like
Yeah.
he's paid his dues in Hollywood, right? So when
Uh-huh.
he gets a cameo, he should be getting he gets a cameo next to someone who's never acted before. He should be getting the lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he and Lizzo are a married couple, and also Jack Black's not a small guy. He's not a small guy. Standing next to Lizzo, it looks like Lizzo ate Jack Black. Like she's humongous. I didn't know she was that big.
Keep
And then
going, bro.
she also ate all his lines. She took all of his lines. So Jack Black is just fucking standing there, doesn't get any lines. So like he gets like this guy who's paid his dues in Hollywood is like, man, I get to be in a Star Wars thing. Like that's on a lot of people's bucket list. Shows up and some fat cow who's never acted before gets to take all of his lines. That pissed me off. That's why I'm mad at Lizzo. It's not because she's fat. It's because she stole lines from someone who I think deserved them. That's what I
So,
think. And if anyone knows, it's a very niche reference, but she did a Johnny Taco on this guy. She took all his lines, she spit him out before he could, and he didn't have the support that the Johnny Taco guy had.
all right,
No
but
one's gonna
who's
get that except for like
all right?
three
But
people. But
what does that have to do with Twitter trolls, bro? Are you?
I'm just mad at her. So if she says something about Twitter trolls, I'm not on her side because I'm mad at her for other things, and I don't know how to like appropriately take my anger and put it to the
Okay.
side and be rational. So I'm just mad at her, right?
Okay, fair. So you're
I
kind of
can't be
saying
objective about this.
okay, fair. You can't have a non-biased opinion there. All right, that
Right.
makes sense. But I wanted to look at it from the perspective of somebody who's incredibly like famous, right? Getting bullied by a bunch of losers on Twitter, right? And
Hmm.
her like she's fat. Everyone knows this. She knows this, right? But her
Yeah.
letting that get to her from 13-year-olds on Twitter. That's where I was like, I'm on her side because somebody of her stature, not size wise, but like popularity wise, um, shouldn't shouldn't be affected by this, and like they should like laugh at that, right? But
Right.
I was just shocked that she's like letting that get to her head. You know what I mean? But
Well, listen, you sort of just opened a door for me because now I feel like I can relate, right? Like, we're no Lizzo, but we've got 56 subscribers now, 57, I think.
57, 57.
Right. 57 subscribers. Subscribe if you're listening. But so, I kind of relate to like the level of fame she's experiencing, right? And we had a commenter call me a fat ass, right? We've had that happen a couple times.
Well, one of them
And
we knew
so,
the guy. One of them we knew the guy,
right.
and I
The
think the
other
other.
one, legit internet troll, called me a fat ass. And then we were at the bar. I told this story on the episode last week. I was at the bar the other weekend, and some chick out of the blue just calls me a fat ass right to my face. And what did I do? I called her a cunt and moved on. And that's what I think you should do, Lizzo. Just just fire back. If you want to tweet back at him, clap back. You'll have a lot of other fatties saying like you dunked on him or whatever, posting the fucking Jordan, the tongue out. That'll be you. And I just do that and then move on.
Well, in
Move
her
on.
case, she'd probably use like a Shaq gif, right? Like the Shaq photo.
Right.
So don't say Jordan, right? That's the fucking goat we're talking about. She can use like Shaq or like Glenn Davis or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, let's tie it back to your case, right? When
Right.
when somebody called you a fat ass on the internet, like how did that make you feel?
Mhm.
How did that make you feel?
I didn't like it. I mean, it doesn't feel
like
good.
it?
It's funny. Yeah, I mean, it's funny.
Yeah.
I at the end of the day, you think it's funny, but especially like that's the first time I've ever had a stranger, tell me that. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't like it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you and say, "Oh, I didn't give a shit." Like, it doesn't feel good. Like that's why at the bar. That's why at the bar I called that woman what I called her. You know what I mean? Because I was upset. I didn't like it. Like it doesn't feel good when a complete stranger calls you a fat ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. And listen, like I need to lose a couple pounds, but I'm no fucking Lizzo. You know what I mean? Like there's like needs to lose a couple pounds, and then there's 8 Jack Black and like has a fucking gravitational pull, right? And I'm not that big, and strangers call me that. It happened like a few times in succession, like really quick, and I was like, man, but you know what it is? It's also motivating. Like I don't know if you can tell, lost a few pounds this week. Like I think the two are related. You know what I mean? The two are related.
Okay, so next question. After you felt bad about being called a fat ass,
Right.
how did you respond?
I said what I told the lady in person. I told the story in the last episode, but just go check it out if you want to see it. But and then the person on the internet, I think I was like, oh, and then I probably ordered a salad the next time I got food.
Well, what condiments?
And then I mean, it was probably Caesar salad. Like, it's not even fucking real. It's like that Caesar dressing is fucking calories. You know what I mean? That's why I look like this. I'm not gonna eat kale, right? I'm fucking fuck. But anyways, let's think. Probably worked out, and then like, I probably laughed. Probably thought it was funny after I, after you feel bad for a little bit, you're like, this guy's probably, jerking off to like fucking tentacle porn in his mom's basement. Like, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's probably fat too.
It's good. And the reason I wanted to ask you those questions is for the.
I feel like a therapist.
Yeah. So, this is therapy, right? I wanted to take this because I saw that internalized hate for Lizzo.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted you to take that energy somewhere else.
You thinking I hate myself? Is that what you're saying?
Well, you tied it back into yourself, right? And that's like a first warning sign, right?
Right.
And this is a message to all like the guys in the mid-20s.
I'm not going to go like shoot up a fat camp. Like, you don't have to worry about me.
Yeah, you don't know, right? But I wanted the kids who may be thinking that to see how you turn that negative into a positive with croutons. You know what I mean? Like I wanted
into
those
a fake positive.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted so that's why, I was asking those questions to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So hopefully
I
this is
the free therapy session.
Yeah. Hopefully this is a good session. I don't know if your insurance covers it.
I feel better. I'm not paying shit, dude.
I don't know if your insurance. I think insurance only covers 15% your deductible. I think it's like $400 out of pocket. So yeah, just any kid who's thinking about buying a strap, putting it in your backpack, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to check out the whole entire podcast episode,